If you have not made sourdough bagels, I highly suggest to try them. They're so soft, so chewy, and so delicious. Way better than a frozen bagel from the store. These are gonna be egg sandwiches tomorrow, but today they're sourdough bagels. It's been about 6 hours and my dough has well over doubled. See that deflating? So it's overproofed, but with bagels, it's just fine. So we're just gonna loosen the dough from the bowl. We're gonna flour our countertops and then dump your dough. It is hot in my house, so it proofed really, really quick. And now we're gonna separate this into however many bagels you want. I'm gonna do 12, and I just eyeball it. Okay, we have 12 portions. Now we're gonna shape each one. You're gonna shape it like a little loaf. So I'm gonna take it, make it into a rectangle, and I just do a little trifold, roll it up, and then move some of these. Roll it up into a ball as best as you can, and then I do a few push and pulls. Just creating some surface tension, just like in a loaf of bread. There's our little balls. Do that to all 12. As I do them, I have 12 pieces of parchment paper. I'm just gonna lay them right on top. And I'm putting onto a cookie sheet. I have all 12 bagels shaped. Now we're gonna poke a hole in each one. So you take your bagel, and I put my thumbs in the middle and just try to center it the best you can, but these do not need to be perfect. And then I do this. I like to make the hole extra big because as it poofs back up, that's gonna close. We are gonna reinforce that again though later. So there's the bagel. Just do that to all 12. We love doing the plain ones as breakfast sandwiches. So that's what these are being made for. I also love to do brown sugar cinnamon and French toast bagels. And jalapeno cheddar if we want like lunch sandwich bagels. I finished shaping them all. Now what you're gonna do is cover them up. You can use plastic wrap, you can use anything you have. I'm gonna use another cookie sheet. And let them sit for an hour or two until they get puffy. The bagels are puffed up and now they're ready to be dropped into boiling water. We're gonna drop them in boiling water for 30 seconds on each side. Before we do that, we're just gonna reinforce the holes. There they are. Now we're gonna drop them in boiling water. You also wanna preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Into the water, I'm just adding a few dollops of syrup. You can also add honey, or you can just use plain water if you want. Okay, it's time to drop in the bagels. You're just gonna take your parchment paper with the bagel on it, drop it in the water. Once it's been 30 seconds, just flip it over. Boil for another 30 seconds. And make sure you had your cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. You're just gonna pull it out, give it a second to drain, and place it on your clean parchment paper. They're all ready. They look beautiful. They feel super fluffy already. So we're gonna put them into a 425 degree preheated oven for about 18 minutes. Also, this would be a good time if you're wanting to add any toppings. Cinnamon sugar, everything but the bagel season. You could just sprinkle it right on top before you bake it. I'm leaving these plain because I have plans for them for breakfast sandwiches. They baked 18 minutes and they look perfect. So we're gonna let them cool and then I'll cut into one. Second tray. There they are, time to cool. They puffed up really nicely. We love the soft, doughy bagels, especially for our bacon sandwiches. beautiful. I'm not gonna try this because I'm gonna cut them all up for our bacon sandwiches tomorrow morning. Let me know if you want me to show you how to make bagels with inclusions. I've done jalapeno cheddar, which are really, really good for like lunch or dinner sandwiches. And then cinnamon sugar and French toast are my two favorite. And I've done blueberry. Those are really, really good. So if you want to see anything different, bagel-wise, let me know.